Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be very different. I haven't done one of these in such a long time, and I thought it was about time that I do another one because I know a lot of you all know that I love makeup and that I love applying makeup and buying makeup and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of you guys don't know about me personally. Again, I know I've done a couple of these on my channel before, but I really love getting to interact with you guys a lot more, and I feel like I haven't shared too much personal stuff on my YouTube, but I just feel it's another way for us to kind of connect to each other. I know so many of you share so many things with me, and I just wanted to kind of open up to you guys and share some more things about me that maybe you all don't know. So I asked you all to send me questions on Snapchat and Twitter and on Instagram. So I do have a whole list of things that so many of you have sent me. I also have some questions from before that have just randomly popped up in videos that I will also include in this video. As always, if you have any other questions, you can always leave them down below and I will happily get back to you. I just love getting to interact with you, and I just feel like that bond can get so much stronger when we can relate to one another a little bit more on a deeper level. Let's just get into all the questions. The first one is from Angela, and she asks, how were you like in high school and what type of student were you? So in high school, I was a very introverted person, but once you got to know me and once I was in my friend group, I was super extroverted and I was very fun. I loved having a good time, but I was definitely very shy when it came to meeting new people. I still am very shy, where I just get really uncomfortable in new situations with new people, but once I break out of my shell and I feel super comfortable. But in terms of like how good of a student I was a pretty good student. I always turned in my homework and everything. I got pretty good grades. I was definitely a procrastinator. I still am to this day, but when I have something that I'm passionate about, especially school and getting an education, I'm always driven to do my best and be my best. So that's definitely the type of student I was in high school. I kind of still was that student in college as well. And the next question I have is from Nalia. She asked, what is my favorite makeup brand? Now that is such a hard question because I love things from all different sorts of brands, but my first ever love for makeup came from an entire brand, so I'm probably just gonna have to go with MAC. MAC was one of those first brands that I feel like I could go to and find every single thing I needed from one brand. When I was younger, I used to shop at Sephora and go in and always get so overwhelmed, but when I went to MAC, I could just go in, ask an artist for something, and they're gonna have everything that I need right there in one store. So I definitely think that was the one advantage to kind of having MAC when I was younger. It's definitely changed now, but that's one that I can think of consistently off the top of my head that has been one of my favorites for a long time. ColourPop is also one of my favorite brands recently, but definitely MAC has been my favorite for a long time. The next question I have is from Yessie. She asked, how do you stay motivated when you started your YouTube channel? So when I started my channel, I was a sophomore in college and I was kind of going through a rough patch both in school and like in my social life, and I was just really drawn into YouTube and watching videos, and I loved makeup. Makeup has always been a passion of mine, but I was really into watching YouTube videos, and one day I was like, you know what, I have a camera, I love YouTube, I have makeup, I'm just gonna sit down with the camera on my tripod, sit on my floor, do whatever I can, and film a video. And I'm also gonna tell you, my first video was horrible. It was literally horrendous. I don't even think it's on YouTube anymore, but the one thing that really kept me motivated was getting to interact with so many people. I know it can be crazy. This industry and this community is so big and it's always growing. I've gotten to meet so many of you because I've stuck around on YouTube, and that just means so much to me. So being able to find what motivates you the most, I definitely think will help you stick around on YouTube the long haul. There are always going to be those people that thumbs down your videos and leave negative and nasty comments, but at the end of the day, you really want to find what motivates you and what drives your passion for YouTube. So once you find that, I definitely think it's easy to stick to a schedule and want to upload and want to create content for your subscribers. So definitely meeting you guys and getting to interact with you has been my biggest motivation. The next question is from Carrie, and she asks, how do you get the ball rolling when you're starting as a new YouTuber? Any tips? What would you recommend? So kind of going along that, I definitely would recommend being able to find what you really want to post on YouTube. But once you start, it can be kind of hard to find your niche, and I know there's, again, so many channels on there on YouTube, but everyone has a place in this community and everyone is so different, and that's what really makes this community special, is that we can all really bring something different to the community. So really just make sure that you find your niche and find what you're passionate about and just really be dedicated to your channel. I will get a lot of questions from you all asking how to grow very fast on YouTube, and there's really no way to grow really fast on YouTube, to be honest with you. I just feel like once you're dedicated to your channel, it really doesn't matter what the number is and how many views you get, how many subscribers you have, because if you're doing it for the right reasons, that's not going to matter to you, and money money's not going to matter at all. Yes, there are so many people that grow overnight and that's great for them, but I really feel like the ones that have stuck to YouTube and are really dedicated to their channel and all the content that they're producing are really the ones that are most passionate about what they're doing, genuinely like what you're uploading. If you are not happy doing YouTube and uploading videos and taking the time out of your day to produce content, because it is so time consuming, then YouTube is definitely not for you. That's my biggest tip, is just find your passion. And if it's not YouTube, I definitely wouldn't take the time to do it because it's very, very time consuming. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work. And I do have a whole video on how I started my YouTube channel and all the other kind of like nitty gritty on equipment and all that stuff, so I will leave that down below as well as up here. You can go check it out. But having a really strong passion and dedication for your channel is probably my biggest tip. The next question I have is from Kate. She asked, where am I from? I am from San Francisco Bay Area in Northern California. I went to school in Oregon, for those of you who don't know, but California will always be my first home. Next question is also from Snapchat. This is from Jenny. She asked, what's my favorite candy? I am obsessed with Reese's. Reese's are my #1 favorites. I do love a lot of candy. I love like sour things and like those sour straws, but Reese's, the chocolate and the peanut butter cups are my #1 and have been forever. The next question I have is from Tringa. She asked, what pet is your favorite and how would you name it? So I don't have a favorite pet because I do have 2 cats myself, and then I'm living at home with 2 other cats, so we have 4 cats in the house. I did grow up with cats my entire life. My cats are obviously my life. They're my fur babies and I love them to death. I definitely cannot pick a favorite, but the way we named them, Augie is named after my fiance. His grandpa used to call him Augie. He also has a crooked tail like Nolan's other cat, so Augie was actually the name that they gave him in the shelter, so we actually picked him because he was so cute. He was named Augie and he had a broken tail. My other cat is named Abigail, but we call her Abby. She was actually named Emile when we first picked her out from the shelter, but we wanted to kind of have a name that's very similar to Augie, and I love the name Abby. The next question I got on Twitter, this is from Mamacita Picosita. I hope I said your name right. She asked, what college did I go to and what did I major in? So I graduated college a little over a year ago. I went to the University of Oregon, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you've ever been to Eugene, Oregon, the campus is just beautiful. I loved the weather. That was one of the things that I love about Oregon. Football is huge there, as well as most of you know if you follow college football. So that was definitely something that encouraged me to go to Oregon. I just wanted a school that was very, very kind of well-rounded in sports and academics and just the kind of overall feeling of the campus. And then in terms of my major, I did graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Public Relations from the School of Journalism with a minor in Business Administration. The next question I have is also from Twitter. This is from Magdalena. She asked, how's your wedding planning going? By the way, I love you. I love you too. Wedding planning is at a standstill. We really haven't done much. We've just looked at venues here and there. We haven't even really decided on a day yet either. We just know we want it to be in 2018 or 2019, somewhere around there. Wedding planning takes a long time. It's a lot of work and effort. We just haven't even dived into all the nitty-gritty of it. We just know we want it to be within the next year and a half or so. That's as far as we've really gone in terms of wedding planning. Next question is from Lily. She said, hello, just found your channel. Love it. My question is, what is your favorite eyeshadow palette and why? Keep up the good job. So thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it. My favorite eyeshadow palette, that is so hard. I'm gonna have to go with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. That is just one palette that whenever I wear it, I always get so many compliments on it. I love every single look that I've ever created with that palette. I don't think I've ever done a look with that palette that I hated. It's easy to use. I love like warm toned berries, so it's definitely my favorite palette. If I were to lose that, that's the one thing that I would definitely go repurchase right away. Next question is from Esther Ibarra. She asked, how's the wedding planning going? Got a color scheme or date? So again, no date yet. Color scheme is very up in the air as well. I really like blush tones, but my fiance really wants something with like turquoise or aqua, so I really want to incorporate both of those. I know what designer I want my wedding dress to come from. I'm so excited to pick out my wedding dress. That's like the one thing that I've been looking at on Instagram. I found her on Instagram and she just creates the most beautiful dresses and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. The next question is from Pamela, who I actually met at Gem Beauty, and you are absolutely gorgeous. So she asked me if I had the chance to collab with any brand, who would it be and why? Now I actually read this a couple hours ago and I was just so stuck on who I would actually collab with. I have 2 brands that I would definitely want to collab with and they'd be for different reasons. So the first one would be Coco Lashes. I absolutely adore Coco Lashes. They're my favorite lash brand. They're so affordable and I love the fact that they are not mink hair. They're just so beautiful on the eyes and I know so many people that love them and I'm obsessed with lashes. You guys see my lash collection. It is absolutely insane. Lashes is one of my favorite things to buy and wear, so definitely Coco Lashes would be my #1. Number 2 would probably have to be ColourPop. I just love the fact that they have come out with so many amazing new products recently that are affordable and I have been loving their eyeshadows. So ColourPop is definitely going to be a close second, but Coco Lashes for sure is #1. The last question I'm going to answer today is from Wonder Woman. This is from Twitter. She asked, who or what inspires you? What do you hope to accomplish in life? Love your channel. Thank you so much. I don't think I have one person who really inspires me. I really think I get a lot of my inspiration from my fiance as well as my family. They just inspire me so much on an everyday basis to become a better person and really just try to accomplish all my dreams and aspirations in life. So my family, my fiance, definitely #1 inspirations in my life on an everyday basis. And then what do you hope to accomplish in life? So my #1 dream is to own my own cosmetics company as well as have a no-kill shelter for animals that are homeless and that have been abused and neglected. I am such a huge sucker for animals. I have, again, 4 cats of my own. I've always grown up with animals. I just have such a soft spot in my heart for all of them, and I just know there's so many animals out there that have been neglected and abused, and it makes me so upset and sad. So one day I really hope to have a no-kill shelter of my own, but until then I'm just gonna keep adopting animals and get them a loving home. So that's gonna be it for this question and answer video. I hope you all liked it. I hope you guys were able to get to know me a little bit more. If you guys have, again, any other questions for me that did not get answered for you in this video, please make sure to leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. But again, I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up as well as subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!